European Commission itself issued a paper last month talking of Europe's innovation deficit and questioning the people's deep-rooted aversion to risk and looking at greater innovation and greater disruptive innovation.
The paradigm has changed. In many of the middle classes in Europe, the expectation is of going down rather than going up. So the reaction is to protect what you have. And then to be told that you share a destiny with other Europeans is not something you look forward to, it's something you fear. The problem in Europe is that we have such a discrepancy in labor productivity. And the promise of Europe is convergence. The result of the crisis we've seen is the lack of convergence. Not just between European nations, but also within European nations. In most of our countries, with a few exceptions, the crisis has led to a greater discrepancy in income between rich and poor people. Sadly, we are now seeing diversity as a problem. But if I see how the world's economy is developing, diversity might actually be our best asset in the future. The point I want to make is we need to rethink labor. Labor productivity is not going to be how many hours you work and how many units you produce. Labor productivity of the future will be defined in terms of how creative we are, how we can adapt to new conditions, how we can react the quickest to what is happening in the rest of the world. We still live in this illusion that European nations can be world powers. But frankly, there are only two types of member states. Small member states and very small member states. There is no national solution for the climate change problem. There's no national solution for tackling the challenges of the fourth industrial revolution. There's no national solution for standing up to Trump when he tries to break down international trade. There is no national solution for standing up to Putin when he tries to weaken Europe by creating conflict everywhere. We need each other in this. Europe is much stronger than we see it ourselves. From outside of Europe, they watch us and see a strength. The weakness in Europe is the weakness of not being united.